Dash from Bloom Where You're Planted. It is calling for rain today, but we are going to sneak out and try to get some planting done before it really starts to rain. So it feels so good to be out in the garden again. So here's my journal, and I'm going to be planting kale and spinach today. There's our best garden helper. Hey, Guster. Always cover the soil, whether it's in the winter or whatever. It's always going to have mulch on it. So that's one thing I do. And we're ready to plant kale and spinach. Join us. I saw tons of life in the soil, lots of earthworms. It's loose, it looks good. So every year it gets better, with especially with the addition of manure from my animals. Prophet's going to help me today. We have some kale and spinach that we started by seed just a few weeks ago. We are going to be ready to protect them though. We have hoop covers and we have frost cover that we can put over them if we need to, if it comes a hard freeze. No, don't eat the spinach. Hey, Guster, come on. Leave us alone.
It's probably a pecan tree.
Hey. Feels so good to be out here, right?
Stick in there.
Oh, I'm so glad the rain held off. It feels so good to be out here.
El Gallo really is a good horse.
Really? Oh, Custer, come on.
Whoa!
Still raining, but there's been a little break in the weather. So I'm going to show you. I decided yesterday, you know, why am I letting this rain stop me? I'm not going to melt. So yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I got my spirit back. We worked it out. Me and my Father in heaven. And you know, just real quick, I'll sit down a moment. It's raining. I talked to my Father in heaven about whether I should continue YouTubing. And you know, I was surprised that he is a huge fan of YouTube. Hey, you know, call me surprised. But when I write for websites, I write for a couple of different popular websites, homesteading articles. And when I write for them, I have to sign a contract that says that I'm not going to talk about anything, the spiritual, whatever my beliefs are. I need to tuck them in my shirt and keep them to myself. So YouTube is different. I can talk about God all I want to. And you know what? I don't want to push Jesus on anyone. That's not my intention. But he's a part of my life. A huge part of my life. So my life was one way, and then I met him, and it was a different way. It was better. So he said, you know what, girl, I'm going to give you everything you need. I'm going to supply you with everything you need. And he does. He does. We have seen miracles. He provides for us very, very well. And he said, you just keep doing what you're doing. And you know, maybe I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I thought, you know, I want to monetize my site, but maybe I just need to do it because I love it, because I want to inspire others, and because I get to share that part of my life that's huge on this platform that I can't do anywhere else. Got my boots on, ready to slog through some more mud of life. And the Lord also said to me while I was talking with him yesterday, don't feel sorry for yourself. The devil wants you to fall into that pity party, that pit. There's a pit in that pity party. P-I-T, pit. And it's a slippery pit, and it's deep. And the devil would love to keep me there. He would love to keep me there and not inspiring others and not doing what I love. And yeah, he would absolutely love for me to give this up, I think. So, no, I'm not ready to give up. Apparently neither is my father. So bring it. Bring it. Maybe I'm going to do this for different reasons. And it's so exciting, one thing that I just said. Did you hear me say I'm a writer? Yeah, that I write on my blog, but I also write for some other popular publications. And you know, 3 years ago when I started my blog, I wouldn't have said that. No. It feels good to say that. So I have come a long way. And it's easy also to compare yourself to others. It's easy to compare your numbers to others when you're looking at views and likes and all that. But there's only one person that I'm really trying to impress in this life, and that's Jesus. That's all that matters. So subscribe or don't subscribe or like or thumbs down. You know what? I'm good. So let me show you what I did yesterday in the pouring rain. My father-in-law, Papa Hunter, sent me a check. It was very timely, I think, in the mail, and just said, I want this to be used for your garden. In the bottom, the memo line is said gardening use. So thank you, Papa Hunter. And you know what? Oh, he said in his note, I want this to be used for your garden because I love you. I was like, you know what? I am so blessed. I am so loved. So anyway, took my money, and this is one of the things I bought with it, was this wood and this to make this garden bed. So obviously I need to get the saw out and take care of that piece right there. Right now I just have it right there, but I need to get that taken care of, and then I'll show you the next step to creating a garden bed. And originally when I thought about doing this, I wanted to put pomegranate bushes there, but my good friend Colleen tells me that no, that wouldn't be a good idea because they really get very bushy. It's not an upright habit. And she said they're kind of don't take the winters very well. Sometimes they freeze and die, and so they need that big bushiness. Here in Dallas, Texas, they need that bushiness to really keep the core warm and be able to survive the winter. So you can cut them up into a tree, is my point, but she said don't do that because then the winters will get them. And she said you almost need a microclimate to raise pomegranate bushes in Dallas. So a better place for that, probably on my property, would be this east facing side. So thank you, Colleen, not only for my beautiful Figaro, which is budding out, but thank you also for seeing that I was down in the pit of self-pity and giving me a hands up. And I just have to say right now, so many people responded. The response was amazing. So many people responded and said, you know, chin up, you can do this. Just, I I can relate to what you're going through, and I can relate to this, and this thing. So that was very, very encouraging. Thank you for all that encouragement, and all of that helped me climb out of the pit of that self-pity. So I really appreciate you, all the people that support me, friends and family. I feel loved. So another thing I did yesterday was this. I think you're gonna like this too. All right, love my new gate. Installed right around Valentine's Day. That was appropriate. Thank you, Faye, for my new gate. Faye gave me that. Another friend gave me something. I really can look around, and there's a lot, a lot that have been things that have been contributed to this garden from people who love me. So this is what I did yesterday. I got these stones with some of my money. So what I'm trying to do is, this is the last space in the garden that isn't built out. So I'm wanting to do this right here, but I'm just going to duplicate it over here. Yeah. Because this is my herb garden. Right now I've got garlic, oregano, thyme, sage. That's about it right now. But, so I want to do that the same way. So I'll show you guys when I get to build that out. Maybe tomorrow, if the rain holds off. It's going to be a little bit more of a challenge because it kind of has a dip there. It's, as you can see, there's standing water, a lot of standing water. It kind of has a low spot. So right there. So I think I'm going to have to grade that a little differently than I did that side. That side was pretty easy. So anyway, that's what I'm doing this weekend. So those stones are to build up this side. This is what I did with this end. And I could have put another raised bed here, just smaller, but I just wanted something to break up the wooden boxes, just something more architectural. So I did the cinder blocks here, and I also wanted to try a cinder block garden, just see what I thought of it. And I like it. I like being able to plant in those little squares. They have usually marigolds in them. It's really pretty in the middle of the garden, so I really like it. And my idea when I first designed the garden was to have a big fountain or a plant right there in the middle of my garden. You can see that. But that really got, and that's where I need to push the wheelbarrow through, and the hoses got tangled in a, the pot that I put there. So yeah, that didn't last long. It's got to be functional. Okay. Everything is bursting forth with growth. Got onions, beets, onions over there, and the sweet potato pit got an onion, and spinach, and cauliflower, kale. So everything's little, but it's coming. Salad, lettuce. Yeah, that's my salad. Collards. Something's eating my collards. There's probably a worm on there. I should get a chicken out here and see if she can find it. I might just do that. If I can find it, maybe. Where are you? I know you're in there. Somewhere. Anyway, cilantro, chives, my mint is starting to come back. You guys, it's almost spring. At the same time, I'm not getting too excited because remember, the last average freeze date in Dallas, Texas is March 20th. So this is March 1st. So we got a ways to go. So I'm ready to protect. And these are cool season crops, so a lot of them are going to do fine without protection, but I'm ready to throw something over just so they won't get, you know, that burn on them, that freeze burn. But I say that March 20th is the last average freeze date, but the last possible freeze date is on into April, like April 15th. So don't let your guard down. If you're planting, I know you might be encouraged by all that I'm planting, but you got to be ready to protect it, or you're gonna call me and leave, or comment and leave me hate messages because everything in your garden died. Okay, so I'm warning you. Don't let your guard down. All right, we got this. So it feels amazing to be eating fresh lettuce. Yum. Again. Or a baked potato or salad. Pick out that stem. All right. Yum. I have struggled with my blood sugar for quite some time. Probably have some form of undiagnosed diabetes, but nothing helps your blood sugar. Nothing levels it out. Then this on your plate. Then this on your plate with a protein and a small carb. But yeah, this is blood sugar regulating magic. I'm filming. My princess is with her bestie, so you're stuck with me. And I know the quality of the videos goes way down when I'm in charge, and it takes me, I don't know, 10 times as long to edit, but I'm getting faster. Listen to that. Yesterday, that also uplifted me. I got out in the garden a little bit to plant spinach and kale, and I was talking to my father, and this mockingbird decided to serenade me all day, the whole time I was out here. So that is really special. A little kiss from my father. So feels good to be out in the garden. Even if I do have to sneak out in between rainstorms and I have to get soaking wet loading up garden materials, that's okay. Not gonna let that stop me. So I've got to take this break in the weather to feed the rabbits. There is Mystic. She's expecting babies any day now, so I'm excited about that. And these are some of my grow outs. 2 babies from Adeline that are getting bigger and bigger. One is very friendly. I think we might keep her to replace Adeline as a breeding doe because Adeline is getting a little older. And for most Americans, the thought of eating these beautiful rabbits is just, it's just not done. I mean, it's just horrible. Well, I have immigrant friends that are from different countries, a family of origin, and they see it as a meat source just like any other meat source. We eat chicken, we eat pigs, we eat cows. So yeah, but for some reason rabbits to some people is just atrocious. And you know what? That's kind of a whole nother video, but let me just remind you that in the last video I shared with you that when I started homesteading, we were not meeting our food needs. So my children trump my livestock. Yeah, we're trying to keep those kids alive and fed. So yeah, that's definitely the main reason. And there are other reasons too, but like I said, that's a whole nother video. But it is hard. It is really hard. I think the first time that I harvested my rabbits, I cried the whole time. It was really hard. But, and the first time my older boys helped me, and then I said, no, I got to do this myself. I got to know how to, I've got to be able to do this myself. And I mean, I eat meat, so I think it's good for everyone to come to terms with that. And you really learn to appreciate meat. We eat a lot less meat because of what I'm doing, because I'm raising my own. You really learn to appreciate it and be thankful for it and the life that was given so that you could live. So yeah, just a little note about that. But yes, I love my rabbits, and I get way too attached to my breeders like Mystic. Yeah, I've never had to harvest a breeder or a buck, you know, that breeds for me. I haven't had to do that yet, and honestly, I don't think I can. Yeah, because I let myself get attached to those. She bundles this hay in her mouth, these big clumps, right? And I always think she's making a nest, but what she's really doing is she pushes it through the bottom of the cage and makes a big pile down here because she really doesn't like it. But every time, like before she's gonna due to give birth, I put hay in there for her because it's winter, I mean, so, but yeah, she just pushes it through the bottom of the cage. She spends the whole afternoon and evening just trying to get rid of it. So apparently she just wants to lay them straight on the wood. So, yep. No, see, she's aggravated. But who knows, maybe she'll make a nest with it this time. She did jump in there, we'll see. She does look like she's digging. So we'll see, we'll check on her tomorrow and see if she has babies. This will be her first litter. Hi, buddy. Here's some fresh hay. Everybody is cooped up. They're hating this. Usually they're out in pens, so, and they get exercise every day. So yeah, he's hating this. Hi, buddy. And look at the babies. Look how they're doing. They're beautiful. They got their eyes open. Hey, quit chewing on my tripod. Quit that. Mama wants to chew on my tripod. She probably sees it as a threat. So they're doing really, really good. They're beautiful and soft. And some of them have little stripe. I think 2 of them have a little stripe. That one. Oh, and then this one has a little stripe. And I definitely try to sell them. That is my goal, is to try to sell healthy, beautiful babies for other people to breed and to show for future farmers of America, or for 4-H. Some hay. Give Mama some hay to munch on. Some hay for you, Mama. Nothing to be scared of. The homestead dog. She's doing much better. The training, I think, is working out. Still got a ways to go, but Curie's homestead dog. Yes, you are good. Yes, you are good. Leave it. Leave it.
Golden knife. It's actually not sharp.
Okay, you don't need to use the knife. You can use that spade. Where'd you put your spade?
It's not
It's on the floor up there.
sharp.
I know it's not sharp.
What do you use the knife for anyways?
Oh, to pull weeds. Stuff like that.